randomly calls me and he's like, hey, what happened to that girl? I'm like, he got the wrong number. What are you talking about? He said, what, the waitress. Didn't y'all exchange numbers? Which we did. If my man is already in heaven, then just say that.
He dead, huh?
Oh man, tell him.
Listen.
Hey, welcome back, Motivation Nation. It's your host, Air Gordon. Listen, we're getting right into it. She said dating sucks. So let's hear why she says it sucks.
Okay, so I'm like, okay, this is over here in this toxic dating pool, and I am dog pedaling again, child. Jesus, if I need to be a nun and give it up, then just say that. If my man is already in heaven, then just say that.
He dead,
huh?
huh?
I'm on this date, baby, and I've been talking to this man for about over 30 days. So I'm like, okay, this is really the one, baby. The conversation, communication, everything is there, and it is A1. Dates. I mean, I'm talking to the point like consistent communication, present, morals aligning, present, physical attractiveness, presence. But anywho, stay with me. We going on a date like 2 weeks ago, child. Focus on that 2 weeks. Now we go on a date, and there was a lot of complaints about the location. So I do what we do as ladies. I wanted to be very friendly with the waitress to make sure to know I don't have an attitude towards you. It's the establishment that is too hot, and this salad was just absolutely disgusting. So I stole a small chatter. I couldn't tell you nothing about this waitress. This was from 2 weeks ago. But stay focused with the story. So me and this man, we're talking, whatever, and everything is going great. He randomly calls me, and he's like, hey, what happened to that girl? I'm like, he got the wrong number. What are you talking about? He said, what, the waitress. Didn't y'all exchange numbers? Which we did. And she hit me up because she was fasting from social media, but I never thought about it because I'm on this date with this man that I'm interested in, and that bitch is at the back of my forefront. No shade, no tea, but girl, go on and do your job. So anywho, I'm like, yeah, she hit me up, but I never responded. Like, you called me for another woman? And he was like, oh, yeah, my nephew keeps asking about her. Mind you, the nephew was not on the date. So that means you did one or two things, and either one of them come off weird as fuck as me as a grown woman, and I'm 37, and he older than me, so y'all follow along. So either one, you told this man every detail about our date. I mean, detail by detail, step by step. So you gave details so good that you created a visual effect of this waitress, and you remember details like where she was from, we exchanged numbers and things like that. Mind you, this bitch is the back of my head. But anywho, you gave so much details that your nephew is so interested that it is 2 weeks after the fact. And this man still wants to know about this imaginary lady that he's never seen in your life based off of your details alone. I mean, what did he want me to give you? His number? You wanted me to...
Okay, let me stop because she's talking extremely fast. But, yeah, that is odd. But what that tells me with this scenario is he obviously had some interest in the waitress, and while you guys were out, he was more interested in getting to know her based on on an aesthetic versus you. Now, and that's disrespectful. We're not gonna sit here and pretend like it's not. And for him to call you with that nonsense and go with the my nephew situation, and I'm trying to hook my nephew up. No, he's trying to get the information for himself. But this is why. Here's the thing with dating, right? It is a crapshoot, but this is why you take the time out to get to know someone and find out who they are before you progress too quickly and start doing things that can be irreversible, as i.e. getting pregnant, having a child. So yeah, as frustrating as this may be, at least you know this information about this guy now. He's showing you who he is, and you can now make the decision on what it is that you want to do with a guy like this. And my vote would be, this right here is enough to just let him go and move on to the next one. And I know it's frustrating going from person to person because it's somebody that you're interested in, but he's showing you exactly the type of guy that he's going to be. And he's starting out this way, and he's not going to change who he is. But anyway, I just had to stop, throw that in. Let's let her finish, and we'll give our closing remarks.
You, a complete stranger's number to your nephew that has never met this lady? How is that conversation going to go? Or two, you were so interested in, oh girl, why are you on a date with me from 2 weeks ago, that you went back and you bragged about how interested you are in this waitress, to the fact that either you low-key want the number, or this bitch was so bad, how you explained to her, your nephew gotta see this bitch. He got to have the motherfucking evidence. If that bitch that bad, and that you really like this hoe, and you come back from a date and you still talking about that bitch because she is like that bad, I gotta see this bitch. To the point that you so eager to show this bitch that you called the bitch that you claim to be interested in to ask about her from a date 2 weeks ago. I literally thank God for Lexapro. Thank God for Lexapro, because y'all know your girl is on psych meds. And when I crashed out, I crashed back.
Well, see, it's no need to crash out, right? That he just showed you who he is. And so he wanted the number for himself because if that were the case and he was really trying to hook his nephew up, he would just tell the nephew where the restaurant is, what the waitress's name was, or kind of describe to her, and he would have told the nephew to go back and to go to that restaurant and ask for that waitress and sit with her. That way he could see it for himself. If he wasn't trying to get the number from you so he could talk to her. And I guess because you had broken the ice, he's trying to get the number through you because technically he could have just gone back himself and sat with the lady, but that would have been weird because you two have already exchanged phone numbers. So he didn't want to go there and start that conversation and then she tell the lady tell you about him coming back trying to holler. So he's trying to go about this that way. But here's the thing, right? That's a part of the dating game. Unfortunately, one person may like the other person more. Maybe you guys like each other the same, but then he finds something else. He has a wondering eye. He can't commit. That's just a part of the game, and that's why you have to spend the time getting to know people. That's why you have to spend the time talking to people. That's why you have to spend the time going out with people, because a person can only hide who they are for so long, and then the real them has to come out. Some people are better at hiding things longer than others, but eventually when somebody's not getting their way, the real them will come out, and then you can make the assessment from there. But the good part about this is he has shown you relatively quickly who he is, what he stands for, and you can just move on, and there's no need to crash out. I get it, you're mad, you invested the time in somebody you were interested in, you liked him, boom, boom, boom. But in all relationships, they're not always going to work out. But as long as you know where you stand and the people show you who they are, and you don't feel necessarily tricked and you don't have something that you just can't walk away from instantaneously, I consider that a win. I consider you in a advantageous position. All it is right now is just a little bit of hurt feelings, but in due time, those feelings shall pass, and you won't even be thinking about that guy. Just continue to be self-aware, continue to grow as a person, and continue to try to find someone that's more compatible with you and what it is that you're trying to do. And no, he was 100% trying to get that woman's number from you. And that was going to be his segue to say, hey, my girlfriend gave me the number, and he was going to try to say whatever y'all went through with the woman, he was gonna try to be like, yeah, I got the number from my girl, and you know what I'm saying. And she said this, that, and the third. I'm just making sure you okay. This, that, and the third. That was gonna be his segue into it. But because you didn't entertain it, he was pretty much stuck and went with the nephew thing. But had absolutely nothing to do with the nephew. And like you said, you're speaking of 2 weeks later. A man is still worried about a woman that was a waitress 2 weeks later. Yeah, a abort mission, ma'am. Abort mission. Get out of there. But anyway, y'all let me know. Jump down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about this story. Have you guys had a similar experience on a date? Have you guys had similar experiences on the dating scene? Let me know. Let the community know. We all want to hear the stories. So that's it for this video. I will see you guys on the next one. I'm out.